What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Dream Juice podcast. I'm Josh, alongside my co-host Cade, and we are back for episode 55. Shout out to you, Cade, for
bro.
taking it all on your shoulders last week, doing
Overtime.
a bonus special episode without us all. If you haven't already, go check that out. But now both of us are back on for a very exciting episode 55. We've got some stuff to talk about. I think
We do.
It gets a little bit repetitive week by week talking about Invincible or Daredevil, but both of them really picked it up this last week, and so
the week we decided to take a break.
I'm excited to talk about that. I know Cade did some MCU entrances that I'm gonna give my takes on for sure. Putting Cade back in the hot seat. Cade, I got some questions for him. We've got some creative little 1v1, 2v2, however, battles that we want to discuss over that we've brought, and then of course we've got our Marvel points. I kind of wanted to start off this episode hot, get you immediately on the hot seat, Cade.
Really?
I've got 10 questions for you that we can rapid fire, get the juices flowing on the podcast, and then we can move on to our news and everything like that. But hot seat. I'm asking some questions for Cade, rapid fire. He doesn't have much time to answer them. He does not know the questions beforehand. Question number 1. I've got 10 questions for you. Best duo in the MCU.
Ooh, it's got to be Bucky Cap.
Okay. What is a food that you've seen in movies or TV that you've always wanted to try? Like maybe something like...
I'm going to say something really specific. I'm going to go with like cartoon popcorn.
Okay.
Like anytime you see popcorn that's a cartoon or animated, it just be looking like it. I know popcorn right now, but it'd be looking like it hit different.
All right. What is the best rivalry in movies or TV?
Ooh, rivalry. Dude, rivalry. Like going back at it. Oh, man. Dude, I don't know. Maybe just Batman Joker.
Okay. What is the best movie soundtrack?
Hold up. Ooh. Probably one of the Spider-Verses. I'll go ahead and say, dude, that's a hard. Between those two, man, I'll just do the first one.
Okay.
Into the Spider-Verse.
If you could pick anybody, what is your dream interview for the podcast?
Dream interview.
You could pick anybody to come on
to
interview.
Anyone, one person.
Yep. Or yeah.
I'll get creative and I'll say all three of the Spider-Man.
Okay.
Tom,
Here we go.
Toby, Andrew.
What is your favorite weapon or tool that's used by a character?
Weapon or tool used by a character. Let's see here. Weapon or tool.
Examples would be Thor's hammer, Cap's shield, anything like that. But it doesn't, not just Marvel. It's anything.
It's hard because it's rapid fire because there's got to be something out there. Man, bro, what are we doing? Tool. Dude, that is tough. Oh my gosh. Dude, oh my gosh. You know what, bro? No, that's not it. This is hard, dude. I'm trying to think of everything.
No longer rapid fire on question 6.
Let's just do Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker? Okay.
Bro.
What is the best candy to eat at the movies?
Candy at the movies. It's hard because you go and you depend between... I'll say watermelon Sour Patch.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
That's a great pick.
Would you rather give up IMAX screens for the rest of your life or reclining seats in the theater for the rest of your life?
Oh, dude. IMAX?
Or reclining seats?
I would say reclining seats.
You give up reclining seats?
Because IMAX, like specifically Warren having the IMAX, it's those seats, yeah. I'll give up reclining seats.
What is your dream collectible or piece of merchandise that you want to own? Could be something specific or something vague.
Dude, Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man number 15, that comic, bro.
There we go. And then last question. If you were in charge and could redo one MCU movie, which one would it be?
I asked this to Cade, I think. I was in charge to redo an MCU movie. Dude, honestly, Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah?
Because I feel like I would literally take Infinity War Thor and put him in this movie, and I'd make like the Zeus matchup more of like a serious matchup. Mm-hmm. That villain already is crazy. I'd redo Thor Love and Thunder. I could have fun doing that.
All right, good answers, good picks. That's hot seat for this week. I thought I had some good questions
really
for
good,
this one.
Those are really good.
But not only are we talking about Invincible, Daredevil, we'll get to that, but the news these last couple weeks has been building up. The biggest one, not even confirmed news, but the rumor mill is really, really turning up about this. The December movies this year. We've got Doomsday going on. It's still a thing, but it might not be anymore. So, as of a couple weeks ago, Jumanji 3, which is also coming out this December, moved its release date. It delayed it was originally supposed to come out December 11th, and they delayed it by 2 weeks, so now it comes out on Christmas Day.
I like that.
Jumanji had an IMAX window for that first week. Now, that window is open, and people are wondering, should Avengers Doomsday move a week early so that it can actually get IMAX screenings for that first week before Dune takes them all? Because originally it wasn't going to have any. So are you for Doomsday moving up a week and then getting an IMAX? Or do you think, it should be just fine and come out on the same day as Dune 3 like it always has been?
Dude, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. We need the IMAX. It's Doomsday. Got to see it on the bigger screen. I'd find it insane if anybody answered differently to that question.
Yeah.
Have to.
I'd agree with you.
And yeah. Someone quoted like Doom doesn't wait for anybody or whatever, and they just move it up. So
Exactly. And I think something that we could find something out about that very soon, because Cinemacon is happening this week as the day the pod is dropping. And so we are on high alert right now for new news about Brand New Day, about Doomsday, and Beyond the Spider-Verse, because they're all going to be having big presentations. And basically Cinemacon is this gigantic convention for all the movie theater staff. Yeah. And so the studios pitch their movies and everything to the movie theater staff to get them to want to advertise their movies and everything. So this is big, important. And today it did come out that Disney is prepping to have a big marketing push for Doomsday at this Cinemacon, and so could be getting our first look, real trailer or something like that coming out, as well as Brand New Day, and something for Beyond the Spider-Verse as well. And so next episode we should be coming back with some new news on these movies, hopefully. And then lastly, I know you did an episode on Easter last week, but also on Easter Sunday, Robert Downey Jr. made a post. I don't know if you saw it, a little art piece with Dr. Doom, which he's been doing over the last couple of holidays. But it was Dr. Doom holding a little Easter basket with a bunch of eggs in there, and they were all eggs of characters that were going to be in the movie, except for 2 that haven't been confirmed yet.
Was it 2? I thought it was only 1.
There was a Doctor Strange egg and a Spider-Man egg. And so, does that confirm Doctor Strange and Spider-Man to be in Doomsday now, which they haven't been?
I think it's got to confirm it. I wouldn't think you'd want to tease it, especially when it already makes sense.
Yeah.
Question is, Doctor Strange, where would he be? 2, Spider-Man, it all matters, which Spider-Man. Is it more than one Spider-Man?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Imagine if Toby and Tom were in it, but they didn't have a meetup too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The Spider-Man logo on the egg in RDJ's is Tom's new Brand New Day logo, and so I'm very interested to see the correlation or what happens.
Dude.
And then the last little bit right here, some Brand New Day merch. Shirts got leaked or whatever, something like that.
Oh, was it
first close-up look at Hulk?
Dude,
does that not look like a Savage Hulk to you?
That is
no more Professor Hulk.
Bro.
I am confident now. It just that makes me excited.
Give
man.
me that.
It makes me excited.
Gray Hulk.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's
tell.
necessarily gray or not, but
give me it.
Give me it, man.
Bro, he looks great.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Next episode, depending on what happens at Cinemacon, we'll know what the status of Hulk looks like. If they're going to be showing a little bit of Brand New Day, I wouldn't be surprised if they show something with the Hulk in there, and we get reports of people saying.
I still want it to kind of be surprised. I kind of want.
Yeah.
I don't mind another trailer for Brand New Day, but I want some surprises.
I agree with you.
So Hulk would be a good surprise.
But I think it's time we jump into our episode recaps and discussion for the week. We've got Daredevil, Born Again, and we've got Invincible. Which one do you want to go over first, man?
Good. So do we have 2 episodes basically to go over, or no?
Let's just go over this last week's, because I know you touched on Invincible.
Let's start with Invincible. Yeah.
Yeah. So this newest episode of Invincible, it's the aftermath of Invincible versus Conquest Round 2. We see, Mark trying to recover, Omni-Man and Oliver, sort of bonding, forming a relationship they never really had and everything over the time while waiting for Mark. And then you've got everybody else preparing for this Viltrumite war, with Thragg making his first really debut appearance and everything. Yeah. What do you got to say about Thragg, man?
Bro, So, like, for y'all tuning in right now, we're here for the surprise on Invincible, which I love that. I'm glad I don't know what's coming, but for everyone saying, like, just wait for Thragg. Like, I get it, I'm waiting, but at the same time, our first impression is just him running away from a fight. Like, that's my, like, bro, what is this? And he already does not look as scary as Conquest. I think his look does not look scary, so then he does that, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And my, like, nerves were shaking because I knew he was there. And I knew he was up there in the ship, especially with Mark and Oliver, like, headed up there. I was like, oh my gosh, it's about to pop off. Bro runs away. I'm like, oh my, like, what? What do you, I feel like you thought the same, right?
My first impression is, we're non-comic readers. Like, we've stayed away from the comics because we like getting surprised by it. And so my first impression of Thragg wasn't the greatest, and it's not... for Thragg debuting in this episode, I would have, expected him to make more of an entrance, more of a statement, like a Thanos appearing for the first time and taking down Hulk, Thor, Loki, like all that.
You need
taking
that.
down the Asgard ship. I would have expected that. But another thing I'll say is, like, the Invincible community as a whole is so toxic, man. They just complain about everything, and I know you never. This is the first time you've watched it live, week by week,
live,
but even going back to season 3,
who complained about what exactly?
At season 3, people were complaining about Conquest showing up for the first time, about Jeffrey Dean Morgan's voice, Negan's voice. They were complaining about that and everything. And then the next episode comes and everybody loves it. And so I'm not, like, gonna be quick to bash on Thragg or anything.
Yeah,
like,
because I believe that just wait stuff.
I believe that this man is an absolute problem. I just wasn't necessarily thrilled by the first impression he gave us, but, like, outside of that, the episode I thought was great. I loved the bonding moments between Nolan and Oliver. One
thing I will say is I'm glad Martin came back within an episode. Like, I'm glad it had the time jump. I didn't want him to just be, like, out cold for the rest of season 2. So
I think another. I'm not gonna bash Thragg too quickly, but someone I'm putting on fraud watch right now is Tech Jacket. Why is she? Why'd they recruit her for the team? Like, she is not, like, doing nothing right now.
She's kind of, well, she's there, but she's also like Alan basically had to go back to fight Viltrumites and stuff. So like the recruiting process they had seems a little off.
What is she doing? Like, why would they recruit her? I need her to make a statement and jump up. I know we got Space Racer had a little moment. He just whipped out his gun and shot through the Viltrumite. Like, that was a cool moment. We got our boy Battle Beast back for the first time.
Yes, bro.
Loved seeing Battle Beast. We were wondering where he's at. And then
licking the blood again, bro.
One that surprised me at that little battle at the end was Thetis. The betrayer, the head of it, the head of the coalition.
Oh yeah. What about
Oldham? Like, dude, that man was, like, putting in some work, and he's jacked, bro.
You talking about the betrayer?
Yeah, the betrayer.
He was tough.
He jacked, bro.
I liked him a lot.
But, like, that was tough. And I'm curious to see, like, where this is going from here, because I know at the end of the episode they were like, oh, they're heading back to Viltrum, like, let's hit them before they get the rest of the army there.
It's like Tony and Infinity War.
But I've also heard a lot of people saying, like, we may get a lot of Thragg's backstory in this next episode, and that'll get people to really love him. But at the end of the day, there's 2 episodes left, so I mean, things are heating up in these final 2 episodes. If Invincible hasn't told us anything already, every season the last 2 episodes have just been, like, nonstop, and so I'm excited to see it. And then, the little post-credit at the end, that they fake you out with the Conquest.
They did. I was watching it. Instant reaction. No way,
dude. I was the exact same way.
Honestly, I was happy though.
And come to find out, like, Conquest, that doesn't happen in the comics either. And so all the comic readers saw that, and they were shocked also. Like, dude, no way. Like, we didn't know, like, he was going to come back. They faked me out. And I've seen a lot of people, like, the joke went straight over their head, and so many people are like, Conquest? I'm like, dude, no, it's not. It's a joke, man. But I thought that was a great little joke there at the end, and I love that. But excited for Invincible. I'm excited to see, how things shape up for the rest of this season. And I mean, I think we said last episode too, we're literally at the halfway point in the overall story. I've seen people people do the bookmark in the comics, and so I mean, who knows where we go from here, because this seems like a final battle, like, almost. So I'm excited for it. But shifting gears over to the you want us to go take a break before Daredevil and get some Marvel points in, or do you want to go right to
Let's
Daredevil?
Take a break, get him on the phone.
All right.
You can always whatever.
Yeah.
You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
There he is. There he is.
We got.
Oh my gosh! What are we doing?
We're hopping on Marvel Points. We've got Mason on the phone again. Here's your updated scores right now. Me and Mason still going back and forth with each other.
Yep.
Cade made a little bit of a jump last episode, but he still got some work to do. We going quotes or trivia?
I'll
first?
start. I'll give mine first. We always do quotes. Let's do the
All
quotes first. Y'all ready for mine?
Cade quote kicking us off.
All right. My Marvel quote for this week. Guess the movie and the person who says it. My quote is, "Why are you looking at me like that?"
Brother.
What?
Really?
That's just like the most common statement ever.
Why are you looking at me like that? Mace, you should get this, bro. Why are you looking at me like that? This is the most, like, I don't want to say nothing, but it's
I feel like I'll know the moment immediately, but I feel like
you
it's such a common saying outside of like a quote that is hard to get.
3, 2, 1, flip them. Let me see. Mason says Iron Man and Iron Man 2. Josh says Rhodey, Infinity War. Both are wrong. It is Electro and No Way Home. When Peter's having the senses and he's looking, he's like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" I was never doing a Spider-Man quote. Is actually risky.
Yeah, it is.
It's
very
risky.
It is very.
But I'm
risky.
glad I got y'all on it. Thank goodness.
I'll give my quote, man.
On a Spider-Man
Half
quote,
point
too?
for Cade. All right, my quote this week. Mason, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, my quote for this week. Guess the movie it's from and the person who says it. We have a new world to conquer.
I know it. I have to know it.
Whatever.
I just got to put something, maybe land something.
Oh, no.
All right, here we go. Answer in 3, 2, 1. Kate says Nick Fury from Avengers. May says Green Goblin from No Way Home. Mason is correct. Gets the full point. It is Green Goblin.
Same movie. It's
No Way Home. Taking.
This is when the mask is talking back to him?
Yep.
Tough.
Taking your saying right from you. It's risky doing a Spider-Man movie, man. And someone got it.
Got me
but-
like I got you. That's tough.
Bro, Cade, that's crazy, man.
I'm actually crazed that you didn't get mine either.
I know.
So don't come at me.
I
I got you.
probably help me out by doing yours first.
Maybe. Yeah, Mason had back-to-back No Way
Yeah.
Home quotes. All right, Mason, whenever you're ready, bro.
Crazy. I got a No Way Home quote too. All right. Just kidding.
Thanks for the half point.
Quote of the week. Is it better to be feared or respected?
Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, why? What is wrong with me?
What does Josh have?
No.
I'm not writing it. It's better to be feared or respected.
Is it better to be feared or respected?
Dude, I'm terrible. I'm so
I don't know if
pissed
I
at
know
myself.
this
I
at
think
all.
about it week by week how bad I'm doing, dude.
I don't know if I know this at all.
All right.
Read them to me.
I'll-
3, 2, 1.
All right. T'Challa from Black Panther.
All right, what'd you put, Cade?
Ultron, Age of Ultron.
It is not. It is Tony Stark and Iron Man 1. Is it better to be feared or respected?
Respected?
And I say, why not both?
All right, man.
It's a good quote. It's a tough one.
It's not the
I
most
don't think I would
iconic quote, but it's a good quote.
I mean, I didn't even think about that. I just had I thought it in my head.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
All right, time for me to rack up some points here. Trivia round.
The trivia man. All right, you want me to go run it back? Me go
Yeah,
first?
go ahead, Cade.
All right, Marvel trivia. My question is, they're going to be mad at me, depending. I don't know if they are, but all right, my Marvel trivia question is, what is the title of Scott Lang's book he wrote that was shared in Quantumania?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
See, I know that movie is not one of your favorites to rewatch, but
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I'm looking for the title of Scott Lang's book that was shared in Quantumania. Not a rewatchable
I'm gonna be so
movie,
mad
but-
because I know this.
3, 2, 1, flip 'em. Tales of the Little Guy. Small Man, Big Difference. Both wrong. Josh are close. It's Look Out for the Little Guy.
I knew it was something for the
So
little guy. It was
close.
the little
Josh
guy.
is
I knew
on track,
that's what I was like. I
man.
knew the second half of it,
Yes.
and I couldn't.
Tales of the
Oh,
Little. Look out for the little guy.
That's so
dude,
frustrating. I knew it. I knew it.
Trivia man aching. He was aching
I
for
know.
it.
Dang.
What'd you say, Mace? What was your answer?
Small man, big difference.
That's actually a good title. You should make sure
right.
to give him the title.
I haven't been the list man the last couple episodes. You guys, I have multiple questions in the inventory. Would you guys like a list question
Dude,
or a regular
I'm tired of
question?
list
You
questions,
gave
bro.
one last time.
That was my first one ever.
Okay. You know what?
Just give what
I'll
you-
save
just
it.
give what you
I'll
want.
save it.
I'm cooked on trivia.
Here's my question.
I'm not making it to the championship.
Here's my question for you guys. How many times has the phrase "I can do this all day" been said in the MCU?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
It's okay. It's
That's
not.
it. I
It's
like it
not
'cause you
as
can guess
hard.
good,
It's not
yeah.
as hard of a
You can
question
get a
as you
good
would
guess.
think. You can think through it and get this right. I will say that it's not an impossible question. Flip it in 3, 2, 1. Cade says 3. Mason says 4. It is 5 times.
What?
Not 4.
Can you
We've
name
got,
them?
Yes, you've got twice in the first Avenger, with one him being pre-Captain America in Brooklyn in the alleyway.
Yeah.
The second time in that movie, he's going against Red Skull and he says it.
He does?
Then he says it to Iron Man in Civil War.
Yeah.
4th time is when he's fighting against himself in Endgame.
Yep.
And then the 5th time was actually Peggy Carter in Multiverse of Madness. Says it when she's fighting Wanda.
Oh. I was thinking, Captain, he tricked us on that one because it's Peggy. Oh, man.
So, 5 times.
I didn't know he said it twice in
Because I should have got it. I should have got that.
Which ones? What were the 4 you were thinking of, Mason?
It was all but the Multiverse of Madness.
I got you.
Yeah, I got the Endgame, Civil War. I knew they repeated it twice in Captain America.
Didn't know he said it twice in the first one. That's crazy. Did he say it on the ship or something before he lands it or whatever?
He's like when he's like somewhat captured by Red Skull.
Yeah, he's captured by Red Skull.
That's a good one. That's a very interesting one.
Yeah.
All right. Who's the Mace here? I guess your last one now.
Yep. Last question.
My Marvel trivia is: which Marvel movie has Stan Lee as the Marvel Scroll intro?
I'm confused. What do you mean?
Which
Josh knows it right away.
Stan Lee tribute to was the Marvel Scroll intro?
I kind of lost on that question. Josh already wrote an answer down.
Yeah, I know it. So
Rephrase it for me one time. Which movie has a Stan Lee intro that's a scroll?
So the Marvel Scroll, the one that you just made for the podcast.
the Marvel introduction, Marvel Studios
the
intro.
Marvel introduction.
Oh, bro, I thought you were talking about scrolls.
I know. I know.
I thought you were talking about scrolls. My bad. Okay, so which has him? Okay. Oh yeah. No,
Which has the tribute to him?
I gotcha. I should know it. Should I? Oh, dude. I could be wrong. Could be. It's gonna be. I know the area. Josh is like staring me down, bro. All right.
All right, you got it.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, flip it.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Dang, y'all both got it.
Thank God, dude. The only reason I knew this is because I was like, I know I've seen it once and I haven't seen it a lot, and I know what the time it is. So I was like, gotta be Captain
Yep.
Marvel because I don't watch that a lot.
Good question. But thanks again for coming on, Mace. We appreciate you. We enjoy being able to keep the Marvel points going for sure, even when all 3 of us aren't here. But all right, we'll see you next week,
Deuces,
Mace.
brethren. Bye.
All right, another good round of Marvel points. More difficult round across the board, I think, for us to.
Yeah.
We brought some heat this time. But let's actually hop on Daredevil this week, because while Daredevil brought the heat last week, it was immediately overshadowed by Invincible. I gotta say, in my opinion, I think Daredevil topped Invincible this week for me. For me
too.
So pairing that along with the new trailer for the Punisher special came out too, which will happen right after. So we got this to talk about.
that
But
trailer.
what did you think about the newest episode for Daredevil Born Again?
Dude, action packed. Bullseye.
I love Bullseye,
Bullseye carried the episode, dude. Like that whole entrance and then just the ending
Intro
was
is
crazy.
so good.
Intro was tough, bro. I like the little milkshake comedy and
Banana milkshake.
banana milkshake, and he let her know that it was
With
good
a whip?
too, with a whip.
Who doesn't?
Dude. Yeah, bro, it was tough. Like, just action packed episode. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's a great.
It is
Like,
what
it was good.
I love Bullseye, man. I think Bullseye is just climbing the ranks as far as Marvel villains go. Even back whenever the original show, whenever he was introduced, I just love him as a character.
Yeah.
I love the place he's in right now because, like, in his own head, he thinks he's doing good, but he's still like psychotic to everyone else. And so I love like this, spot he's in, and it's very weird that like he's like, I'm doing a good deed for you, Daredevil. Like, stop. And like, you just know it's crazy.
Yeah. I got like something to say about Daredevil. Sometimes when you have like the heroes that don't want to kill, but they want, like Daredevil's just playing so middleman. I feel like some of the times, like he's trying to save the bad guys, but also trying to stop them. But it's like I get it, but still, it's hard to see. You want to see Daredevil go at it instead of playing that middleman role. Like he's got Bullseye, he's trying to save Kingpin from him, but he's also trying to defeat Kingpin. So it's like I want to see Daredevil. Like overall, I think Bullseye, like I said, carried the episode, but I'm ready to get more action on Daredevil and stuff.
Which I think we're gonna get now because off the end of that episode, Bullseye kills Vanessa.
People are saying that she could still be alive. There's no way, right?
There's no way.
I hope she's dead because I want to see Kingpin
too. Because that's what I'm saying. Like
out.
Vanessa is the only thing that is keeping Kingpin a little bit sane now. Like we're gonna be getting unhinged Kingpin now, and like that's what I want to see. And so it's gonna make Daredevil go.
How many episodes
go
left
crazy.
in Daredevil?
So we've watched 4. There's still 4 left,
dude.
And everyone's saying like from this point on, each episode gets better from. And so like crazy episode for sure, action packed, very Bullseye centric, and so.
That scene of Vanessa was actually crazy. I really thought like he didn't get him, and
blocked it and everything.
As soon as she said, what'd she say? Did you say the name?
Something like that, like Wilson.
Yeah, she said Wilson,
and she turned, and it was
just right there. I was like, oh no way.
Oh, another thing.
And it's crazy because he hit it with the belt.
Yeah,
so Pete still got her.
Like Bullseye doesn't miss, man.
Don't miss, man.
Had to have known, like, but dude, yeah, that was nuts. Do you think Kingpin killed the guy in the ring?
Dude,
honestly, I was like, bro, like, how are they gonna let this go on for this long?
They're still cheering. I was like, bro, I don't know. They didn't obviously focus on it.
But I'm ready for like Kingpin to go insane now and see how this picks up. I know Jessica Jones is in this season and she hasn't appeared yet, so I'm excited to see it going forward. And then the big character that has been in Daredevil seasons in years past, but not as Punisher, and we just got the trailer for that coming out the week after Daredevil ends. Yeah. Did you see the trailer?
The trailer.
What are your thoughts?
It's different. It's different. Seems like this guy. I don't know. It's just one episode, right? Too.
Yeah, it's just like a 45 minutes to an hour long thing.
I like it too because we're getting a brand new day, so it's obviously going to lead into that. I just thought the trailer was interesting. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool too. I'm excited to see what takes place for him to appear in Brand New Day, because this is what's going to happen. But also, it's like we're seeing him in Brand New Day, and it's not going to be a rated R movie, and so Punisher will have to be toned down a little bit. So I'm excited to have Punisher get his moment to be the R-rated, do whatever he wants, violent,
good,
say whatever he wants, and get his moments leading into it, and so he's not immediately toned down. So I'm definitely excited to see some of that, and so
I hope we get to see in Brand New Day like him. Same thing that Daredevil does with him, trying to stop him from killing people. Like in Spider-Man's like, dude, chill out, or something. But
so dude, I'm
glad we're getting the rated R stuff right before it. So
it's so crazy, like watching these things every week, because it's so easy to be impatient.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I just want Brand New Day to come out. I just want Doomsday to come out. When's the trailer? All this stuff, and it's like. You can go crazy being impatient for this, but now that we have like Daredevil, Invincible, all this stuff coming out, I'm able to like change my focus to that a little bit, distract us, and then when those things finished, it's like, oh, we're actually a lot closer to these things now than we were beforehand. So definitely the time we're in right now is just amazing.
It is. It's
for sure.
It's a good time, man.
But last week you went over your top 10 MCU entrances.
I want to get my list pulled up so I can know.
Yeah, get your list. And so, I had to bring mine. This is something we've talked about off and on for years now, like what are the best moments and everything. And so I had to bring 10. I texted you last night, like I could dang near have 20. It is so hard to narrow it down to 10. That's for sure. And so my top 10 MCU entrances, minus the portal scene. We're not counting the portal scene because that's just like the entire MCU entering in one scene, and so I'm not putting that on there. I have too many honorable mentions, so I'm not gonna list those. I'm going straight off on number 10. At number 10, I have T'Challa's return in Black Panther. As you can see, I am not dead. Great moment. I know you had it in your honorable mention and everything. I love that scene. And
it's hard not to quote with
and so I got to put it there. At number 9, I do have Iron Man's entrance in Avengers 1 when he hijacks the Quinjet and takes out Loki.
Good entrance.
I was also close. I will mention an honorable mention. I was close to putting Thor's entrance in Avengers 1 as well, when they have Loki on the Quinjet right after that. I'm not overly fond of what
didn't think about
follows,
that
and he
one.
lands on it. So, but number 9, Iron Man's entrance. At number 8, I have Thanos entering Wakanda in Infinity War at the end of the movie.
Okay.
Cap, that's him, and he just straight walks through and just
That's a
mows
good,
down the
Didn't think about
entire
that
hero lineup, one by one, all that. Crazy. Eyes up, stay sharp. Number 7, I have Underoos, Spider-Man in Civil War. Yes, it was in the trailer, but seeing Spider-Man in the MCU interacting with all these characters for the first time ever, like amazing. Number 6, I have Thor on the Rainbow Bridge in Thor Ragnarok. He defeats Hela, and then you have his moment with the song of him coming down on the bridge right there.
Yeah.
Insane. I don't know how you didn't have that on your list. Whatever, bro.
I thought it's an honorable mention,
that's
so
a
yeah.
great one, man. Moving into my top 5. Number 5, Captain Marvel in Endgame. I mean, just crazy. I mean, Thanos, rain fire, and
Chills.
and then all of a sudden,
Just
something's
chills, bro.
entered the upper atmosphere.
Yeah.
And then just
And I like Sam's like,
shifted
what
it.
the hell is
And
that?
she, I mean, that's immediately what I thought of this last episode when Mark and Oliver went through Thragg shit.
Yeah.
I was like, they did the
literally,
Captain Marvel, go through the whole
exactly.
ship and blow it up. So that's my number 5. Number 4. I am absolutely shocked. You didn't even have this in honorable mentions, or if I can remember,
Anything?
nothing that.
Let's hear it.
I've got Andrew and Toby coming through the portals in No Way Home. Their entrance, man. Obviously, it's not in the heat of battle and everything like these other ones, but as far as seeing them for the first time in 10 years and the experience in the theater and seeing them for the first time pop up, like, this is crazy. Andrew and Toby coming in.
I'm gonna let you
man,
finish your list, and I'll tell you why it's not on my list.
That's up there for me. Number 3, it's hard to say as an entrance, but I'm gonna count this. It is Bruce Banner, I'm Always Angry, coming into the Hulk in Avengers.
be up there.
It's crazy. They're in the middle of a crazy battle. All of a sudden, Bruce just casually strolls up
Might
on
be a
his
good time to be
motorcycle,
angry, yeah.
everything, and then does that. That's one of the my childhood, seeing that. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. One punches the Leviathan and everything. Number 2, I have Captain America in the train station in Infinity War. Just insane moment. You got the new look for Cap. Saving Wanda and Vision, the power scaling between those two is nowhere. He shouldn't be saving them, but he does.
Yeah, that's the reason it's up there.
Catches Proxima Midnight staff or whatever. Then the Avengers theme kicks in.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
just
no reason those
insane.
two characters should be having
Yeah,
help.
it's just the whole moment, him and the music coming in crazy. And then number 1, my favorite moment in the entire MCU period is Thor coming down in Wakanda, saving everybody in Infinity
goated,
War.
dude.
It's goated.
The ultimate chills
My
of
number 1 moment.
LMCU.
It beats out Portals. It beats out Cap with Mjolnir. That's my number 1 moment in the whole MCU. So that's my number 1 interest. But yeah.
Facts. So no Winter Soldier catching the shield, huh?
That's in my. I had a bunch of
mention. I know.
honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. I had Winter Soldier catching the shield, but I also had the beginning of the Winter Soldier, Captain America entering. He has no
jumping off the
parachute.
ship, yeah, that's a good one too.
That's one, and then I have Doc Ock and No Way Home, and then I have Iron Man with the terrorists.
Yeah,
in Iron
that
Man
one's
1
cool,
too.
too.
So
That
those
one's-
were
I
my
really
honorable
love that
mentions. But that's my list, man.
All right, I'll give you a quick just why I didn't have Toby Andrew on the list, bro.
Crazy. That's crazy, dude.
That is a strict top tier theater entrance.
I agree. That's why I said it's so different.
You watch that just at home. It seems so awkward now. Just watching it in silence at home. It's a nostalgia moment because you're gonna realize that's when they came back. There's no chills anymore. I think before the movie, you thought their theme music was gonna play, they're gonna swing in, but there's nothing really I'd rather just go watch my voice memo of me in the theater reacting to it because I know
that's fair.
that. But that's why I wasn't in it because I don't strictly because there's not really any more chills like that.
That's fair.
Scene,
And I kind of feel the same way, but I'm purely basing it off of that first time.
Yeah,
because
that's also why I had the Doc Ock one because
and
nostalgia.
so
But still,
that's my list of the top 10 interests
I like it.
interests
I like that
in
it
the
was different.
MCU. Let us know what yours are.
yeah.
So
please.
finishing off the episode, we've got some little matchups, creative matchups. You want to take it away, Cade? And
Yeah, take it away. I did notice you did have one more thing before that. I think you want to
What I
talk
got?
about Doomsday entrances.
Oh yeah. So since I did list my entrances and you did yours last week, I kind of want to just leave
That's
it
a
out there.
good idea.
Prediction: who's gonna have the best entrance in Avengers Doomsday?
The best.
Who do
Okay.
you think? Just make predictions. Who's gonna have a crazy moment? It's hard to tell. Later down the line, which most of our entrances, those weren't the first time we saw the characters in the movie. So
Yeah.
who's gonna have the best intro? when are we gonna see him?
I got
Who's gonna
four
be?
possible people that I could like think of. My first one, I think that'll get probably one of my favorite entrances is going to be Shang-Chi. I think he has one movie. Everyone loves that movie. You're going to get some type of scene of him, of just the rings making a first appearance before he does. And then you're going to know who it is. And he's going to pull up and you're going to be like, oh, yeah. Because I like Shang-Chi a lot, but I feel like he's going to have a hype entrance.
Shang-Chi is
powerful too.
Shang-Chi is one of the few newer characters that would generate hype within the audience when they
We've
appear
seen
on
him before,
screen.
haven't seen him since. We love to see more, so that's another thing. If he pops
Yeah.
up, we're going to be like, oh, we finally get to see Shang-Chi more. Yeah. And then the rings, bro, I love the rings, the power of that. I think he's going to have and I think he's also going to be like a good player to have on your team for this movie. Moving on. I just said Toby, bringing him back again. He's going to have, if it's in the universe, whatever. You could put like any just Spider-Man on top of that, but I think Toby, if he's in it, I think that's going to be another one. I don't know how they'd introduce him. And then another one, Doctor Doom himself, got to have some type of cool entrance wherever that is in the movie. And then my last one, I said maybe Sentry. I don't know. I can't really envision how he might just casually just be there, or I don't know. His entrance, I see him like not showing up, and then like the new Avengers show up, and they show up first with like Sentry's powers. And then they show up, but that's why I said maybe Sentry.
I feel like Sentry's going to have a moment where we really like showcase his power.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when we first see him, it'll just be Bob. Like, but when Sentry finally comes out,
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
I feel like
he's going to have some
like,
type of entrance. Yeah,
I feel like so that's definitely one of mine. I mean, Doom, of course, he's got to. We've been saying this. He's got to make a statement right off the bat, like Thanos did. Whether that be him doing something to all the Kangs or doing like, dude, he's got to come out going crazy. And so Doom is definitely one of mine as well. Toby would also be a great one. I know the rumors in the past would be like the movie opens up in Toby's universe. Like how crazy, like when you really think about it, how crazy would it be when we sit down for Avengers Doomsday and we're expecting all this stuff within the MCU, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, all this, like, oh, it's going to open up with them in battle with Doom or anything. And the movie starts, and all of a sudden, it's Toby. Like, everyone would go nuts right off the jump.
Dude,
like,
yes.
no one would expect the movie to start in Toby's universe, which we haven't even seen since Spider-Man 3.
Chills talking about
and so, like, that's crazy to me. And then one wild card I have would be Magneto. Okay. Magneto is someone who, shows no mercy almost. Like he's willing to push it further than Professor X is, where Professor X has a little bit more morals. And so I feel like Magneto, being able to bring Ian McKellen back, he's 80 something years old. This is going to be the last one he's in or whatever. And like, he's powerful enough. I feel like, bringing the X-Men on screen between him or Cyclops or someone, like he's going to like come on and like,
see, I feel Deadpool and Wolverine basically talking about that. I feel like, what they did, I feel like just with that, like it's just the entrances they had for everyone. I feel like that's a reason X-Men characters could have a really cool entrance in Doomsday.
I feel like those little not even cameos, but like the Gambit, Blade, Elektra, and Deadpool and Wolverine. It's gonna be like that scale, like times like 10 as far as characters making entrances. And so I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine would be a great one too for.
See, there's also a difference between, like, to me, it's like just showing up entrance and like showing up and actually doing some damage.
I think that the people who showed up in Deadpool and Wolverine aren't just showing up. They actually do stuff. Same thing with Toby and Andrew. They don't just show up. Like that's why I don't like viewing those as like just cameos or whatever. Like they actually like have roles in the movie.
Like what if an X-Men character like has a hard entrance but then like turns around and he dies pretty quick, like shortly after.
Like Chris Evans as Human Torch in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Like that, bro. This is just like that, similar to that.
I feel like there's got to be someone who does though to show how powerful Doom is. That's got to be doing something because it's going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy with some powerful character making an entrance. Everyone's going to get hyped, and then you have to have that moment of Doom killing them or something to show like, he's not one to be messed with.
I know they're talking about him like being friendly at first for the start of the movie, so I hope that doesn't take place for a while. I hope it if that is the case, it does shift pretty quick.
I know you haven't.
Need something.
Yeah, I would love to see like. Him put on a face of him being on the hero side to save the multiverse, but like behind their back be like encouraging and messing up stuff and sabotaging their mission and like killing people and like not like on the surface if they do that. But I'm just excited to see it, man. I just know like our boy Cam McQueen was saying, we can't even begin to wrap our heads around what is actually in store for this movie. And so
that's one. I know you're more on the you're up for Doomsday more than Rainy Day, but it's also like I see it when we talk about Doomsday because when we're like, dude, what is going to happen? Like, I know we're gonna know more when we see the trailer, but it's like, dude, so much could just happen.
Yeah,
it's like that's what really gets me excited for it.
It's wild. Like, we have no idea. All right, but now finishing us off, what do you got?
I got some matchups, some creative matches, bro. It could be 1v1, 1v2. I just brought all sorts. Did you bring some?
I brought 3 of them. I got two 1v1s and a 2v2.
2, 3, 4,
not
5,
crazy creative, but I've got some ideas.
I got 8 for you, bro. I got 8.
8. Okay.
8 matchups. Let's just start it off, man. I'm gonna give you my first one. So my first matchup, you have Shang-Chi and his sister Shushaling versus Captain America and Bucky.
Shang-Chi have the rings?
No.
I'll take Captain Bucky then.
Really?
I feel like, dude, hand-to-hand combat, I'd love to see that.
I would love
between
to see
them
that.
two. If it's no rings, I mean, it's just.
I don't know, bro.
Tough,
we don't know
man.
enough for 1 and 2. I think their martial
so
arts.
Tough.
Like,
I feel like I jumped the gun on my answer.
I feel like
there.
you did a little bit, because I'm kind of hesitant.
That'd be a great matchup, man.
Dude, they're different. I think like that. Yeah, dude, watching just Shang-Chi, the way they fight and how quick they move is just.
It's just the fighting styles are so different. I feel like it would catch Cap
I think they
and
could
Bucky
tire
off
out.
guard.
I think they could tire them out.
I think I agree with you on that. That's tough, dude. But I feel like Cap is just relentless, bro. He will never give up. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't. I might reverse my answer and give it to.
I think I would do Shang-Chi and Shushaling. I think I'm saying her name right. I don't know, but
that's a good one.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It was hard. I was like, with rings, without? I was like, definitely not that. If it was with rings, I'd probably like throw Iron Man in there or something, but nah, I got to do that one.
All right.
You got one?
Yeah, I've got one. You got more than me, but first one I've got Thor versus Omni-Man.
We're going outside. Dude. So it's like.
I feel like Omni-Man has him on speed.
Yes, bro. I don't think. I feel like Omni-Man would take him like pretty quick, but Thor would like have that crash out moment at the end where he knows he has to like start putting in some work.
I know all you comics readers know more about Thor's strength level than what is shown in the movies and what we're more knowledgeable of.
Way different.
I feel like we're a lot more familiar about what Thor's strength has been shown to be in the movies rather than the comics.
If it's because I really think it's different.
I feel like if you're actually taking in the comics and just the characters as a whole, I feel like it's pretty similar in terms of strength. I would want to guess, especially he's got.
I would say
powers.
For me, if I had more comic knowledge, I would say Thor. But right now, it's movies Thor. I feel like they do like Omni-Man would take him.
But I feel like that's
a hard one.
That's a close one.
Especially it's hard to compare outside of it too, because you only see those powers with the Invincible universe, and you only see like Thor's with the Marvel universe. But that's kind of if I had to bet my life like in them two, like I'm like, oh my gosh, they're facing off, I'd probably say Omni-Man. Yeah. But that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. Super Soldier, Free for All, Red Guardian, Captain America, Bucky, and John Walker, who walks out on their feet.
Yeah, I hate to do process of elimination right off the bat. Red Guardian.
Yeah,
I just feel like it's just not comparable. I guess. I mean, he's strong and he'd beat out regular here, but it's just not comparison. I think we've had this conversation before about John Walker's strength. Yeah, and he's probably stronger than Cap and Bucky and more agile, athletic, but he's more like. He more fights with his emotions. He's more out of control and everything, whereas Cap is more tactile and smart about how he fights, where, like, he could easily, like... I feel like Cap would take out John Walker. Yeah. I feel like that's the case. I mean, he's stronger, but I feel like it'd get to a certain point.
So you got Bucky in there. Was that, like, you saying Captain walking out?
I feel like Cap will walk out, and then it's between Cap and Bucky, and it depends on what version of Bucky it is.
I think it all depends, too, on who's taking what type of hits, like blindsided in this fight. They take out Red Guardian. If you want to go strict off of just, like, King of the Court, I think it would probably come down to, like, special...
If it's in their prime, I'm taking Bucky.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, you got told, like, Winter Soldier Bucky you talking about? Like,
yes, because he beat Cap.
Yeah. And then, yeah, for sure. But Bucky now is different. Like, he's got his whole mental stuff, but...
I don't know. It's between Cap or Bucky. I would say,
going back to betting on my life, I think I would say Captain America.
Yeah.
Just because his mentality.
I agree.
And what you strictly said about John Walker fighting with his emotions, like even if he is stronger, I still think that could kill it for him. So Captain America.
I'd go Captain America. Yeah. All right. I'm going to give one right here. Very interesting. Hawkeye or Bullseye?
Okay, dude.
Both of them don't miss.
I'm not even gonna lie. I started getting into this thinking about putting Bullseye with somebody, but
This is another one where I feel like
how does it start, though?
This is another one where I feel like Bullseye is a lot more with his emotions and out of control than Hawkeye has a lot more experience fighting rather than using projectiles.
Yeah, but we haven't really got
everything.
to see Bullseye be on the other side of his court
Yeah,
of, you know, having to dodge that type of accuracy.
that's true.
So that's another thing I
that's
see.
a good point.
And I feel like his only like pro to him is basically just his accuracy. I don't think he defends well going up against other like people like that, especially with another person with accuracy. Might have to be It might have to be Hawkeye. And honestly, Hawkeye's got the. If they had to go hand to hand, Hawkeye would. I think he'd probably win that too. So I think I'd go Hawkeye.
Yeah, I probably
because
do.
they start from a distance. I think Hawkeye probably has more experience on, you know, reflexes and stuff. So
Yeah,
I think.
Good
You
answer.
think Hawkeye?
Yeah, I'd probably
Okay.
say that. All right, and then I do have a bonus question I just thought of,
Yeah.
and you guys let us know down in TikTok, Instagram comments, like what you got of this. What would be the scariest place to be trapped in with Bullseye? Scariest location? Like we saw him in a diner, in a kitchen. Like that's dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
What would be the scariest place to be trapped in with Bullseye? And he's definitely like coming at you like you're not.
Bro, like a school or something with long hallways where you only have basically like the doors to hide in the cracks, like stuff like, because you can't really go in the room because he's gonna come in the room. So like anywhere with like long hallways, I feel like you're just cooked.
You just bounce off literally everything. There's nothing to hide behind or anything.
What do you mean? Like, I'm just talking about anywhere like with long hallways of building, because as soon as you turn a corner, you gotta go find your like somewhere to turn next.
Yeah.
And if you just get behind the door or go in the classroom, he's gonna know you're there. So like really to get away from that, like as a regular human too.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was running from him in a long hallway, I'd just like keep running, but like moving at the same time, like trying to get out of there. But like, do you have something?
Yeah,
in mind?
I do. I mean, obviously, like any type of kitchen is extremely dangerous. Just the amount of objects. I think my immediate answer, I'd go with like Home Depot or Lowe's.
Oh, I see what you're saying on that point. Yeah,
the amount of things in those stores that Bullseye could use to throw at and anything like that would be, if you were trapped in Home Depot with Bullseye. Like you're not.
I guess that
making
makes
it out
sense now
alive,
because I went to
man.
school. He throws one thing, and I happen to dodge it somehow. He's gonna have to find something else. But
Home Depot, endless amount of objects.
Yeah.
He could just go on, open a package of nails. Like, dude, anything, bro. There's thousands of nails in there, and it's just like that's crazy.
It'd be right by him everywhere. Every time he like
he
moves
would just have
something
an
else.
infinite amount of items at his disposal
Depot.
just to use, bro.
Oh my gosh, RP, do not go.
Bullseye in a Home Depot is.
If Bullseye becomes a real thing, do not go to Home Depot ever.
Yeah, that's all right. Moving on next.
Moving on, my next matchup is Gamora versus Black Widow and Yelena.
Ooh.
Because I always forget she actually does have like the.
Ooh, that's tough.
And she's got a little more rage, I feel like, than them.
Yeah, she does.
Trained by Thanos, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Gamora.
I think so.
I'm gonna have to go to Gamora. I mean, I
She
feel
got
like
rage, trained by Thanos. She
I feel
actually
like-
has power. Like
I feel like if it were to happen in the movies, they would make it a little bit more of an even fight. But I feel like Gamora could take them both.
they've been side
pretty
by side, but you never
easily.
really thought
Yeah.
about it. You're like, oh, that'd actually be. I actually like thought about Black Widow and Gamora. I was like, wait, no, Gamora would obviously win. So I had to like throw.
But
another
haven't
one in
they
there.
even tagged Gamora as like the deadliest woman in the galaxy or something like that?
They
They've
do.
like I can't remember what movie it is or what the specific phrase is, but it's something like that.
She
like,
was different in Guardians 3 too. I mean, she was different in a lot of scenes, but Guardians 3 is
No, I'll go with Gamora.
Okay.
This is my last one I have right here. Got Batman and Nightwing, which is the older, more experienced Robin. You know, more
Yeah.
Batman and Nightwing versus Moon Knight and Daredevil.
Dude, I gotta go Moon Knight, Daredevil. I don't know a lot about Nightwing. I've only like seen him because he didn't even have anything on him, right? No movie.
It's just more of an experienced Robin. And he's older, and he like he has like the Billy Club's batons like Daredevil has, and he's
got
just
that
like
and
don't hate
just
on
strictly,
us, like,
bro.
for
Moon
this,
Knight has like a whole different like personality.
but he also Moon Knight also has
out.
like a power set almost too along with him. Whereas
and then you got Daredevil with him that's got the senses. Like Batman don't have senses, but they kind of like this. They're both human. He's just got like more gadgets probably.
and don't come at us in the comments about prep time. Yeah, see, you already knew.
Well,
but
Batman with prep time. let's talk about Daredevil with prep time, bro. Like, come on now. He don't even need it, dude. I feel like Daredevil will walk up to Batman, throw one of his like batons at his head, and he's like falling over or something. I just probably not realistically, but still, like, and throwing like Moon Knight, who has like a whole different. The only my iffy part is like not knowing much about Nightwing. Yeah. What's your feedback on it?
I mean, I agree with you. I'm not super knowledgeable on Nightwing. Don't hate us for that. But at the end of the day, like, neither of them got powers. Yeah. And Daredevil's got heightened senses. Yeah. And Moon Knight's got, you know, Khonshu with him, and he's got multiple personalities. And so, like, I might have to go with him. But it's throw in prep time and everything, and they'll make it interesting. So, yeah.
I don't know. Like, even with prep time, like, could he prepare for either of those? Would Batman know what to do with like? Well,
we had hundreds of comments saying with prep time, Batman would protect you from the Hulk. So
you were talking about prep time, bro. I don't think you you wouldn't even know where Daredevil's coming from, bro. He's got similar traits to Batman. You know, turn off the lights and kind of talking like him. And I'm just saying. Anyways, next matchup: Wolverine versus Spider-Man. I'm gonna say Spider-Man. I think Wolverine could catch him off guard.
It depends, like, what Wolverine can kill Spider-Man. Spider-Man won't kill Wolverine because Spider-Man doesn't kill, but also he physically can't kill Wolverine because Wolverine just regenerates. Yeah. I'll probably have to go Spider-Man.
I think too. I think he's gonna move a little bit too quick for him to lay something on, especially. Yeah, I agree Spider-Man. With you. Next one. This one's interesting. The Red Room versus the Ten Ring Gang. So basically, the Ten Ring Empire and Shang-Chi versus the whole Red Room, but like you know what I'm saying, just like kind of like a little battle. I would say so too. I think they're trained, but I think it's like the martial arts and stuff. I think they have
10 rings, man.
All right, this one's funny. This one's like kind of funny when you think about it. Mysterio versus Daredevil. Think about it. He's blind, but it's illusions.
Yeah, how are you supposed to create illusions? Wait, hold on a second. But how do you create illusions for Daredevil?
I figured you could do sound illusions.
Daredevil wins.
What about sound illusions? I'm not saying I'm going with it,
I mean, I don't know if this has ever even happened in the comics or anything, so I don't know how Mysterio works his way around that. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, is Mysterio going to know to do sound illusions? Because a lot of people don't know that Daredevil is blind. Right? That's true. But like Daredevil, a lot of Daredevil's senses, some of it's with the sound, but a lot of it is like being able to know where the people are and everything. And so
I think I would choose Daredevil, but also, do you think at least he'd
catch him off guard in some aspect? Yeah. But I go with Daredevil just because like Mysterio doesn't know that Daredevil is blind. Yeah. And so Isn't
that a funny one? That's a funny one, bro.
It's a good one, man.
It's a good one. All right. Vulture versus Falcon.
Ooh, okay. So similar equipment, gear. I'll just go with Falcon.
I would too.
That's just strictly out of MCU ones. Definitely Falcon. I mean, Falcon's in the military, and Vulture's just.
I would say so. Cleaning up more gadgets too. Yeah. I would say. All right, last one. This one I had to dig deep, bro. Mm-hmm. M'Baku versus Kingpin.
Ooh, that's tough.
That's hard.
That's tough.
I do not know.
That's really tough, dude. I have no idea.
They both have the rage.
They both have the rage. Kingpin has a little bit more, but like
you think
similar size. Dude, I don't know.
M'Baku's got a stick, I guess. But
I might go with Kingpin, honestly.
Really?
I might go with Kingpin.
Think about it. Kingpin's like all street level too, so M'Baku would be a little different for him.
I feel. I know.
And
I think
he
would
be throwing people. I don't know if he'd throw Kingpin necessarily, but when you look at the Black Panther War, when he's literally grabbing like other like people,
that's
he's
true.
Really
I don't know the true strength of M'Baku, but I probably have to go with Kingpin mainly.
I think
just because Kingpin's
M'Baku.
Ruthless, bro. Like
he's ruthless, but I think if I'd have bet my life on it, I'd probably like they're fighting for me. I
don't know. That's tough,
dude. Y'all gotta let us know. This is crazy.
I really don't know. I'm gonna put Kingpin, but that's a stalemate.
I'm gonna go M'Baku.
Let's go. Those are some good ones, man.
Those are crazy,
I like
bro.
Those. I like those.
deep dig right there. But that is it, man. That is the more matchups. Let us know if y'all like that. That was
good episode this week,
great
man.
episode.
I know we mentioned earlier in the episode, Cinemacon is coming up, and so the news that could be dropping this week could be crazy, and so I'm definitely excited to get back next week to talk about any updates on the big
more
movies we've been waiting
too.
for, and more episodes. And so things are just getting better and better. But make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys. We passed 300 subscribers recently, and we're moving up. We're almost at 1,000 Instagram. We're past 1,200 on TikTok. Like, we're moving. 2026 has been a great year to us so far, and and it's a shout out to you guys. You guys are the ones who have made it happen. But there's still quite a bit of you that may have seen us that haven't jumped on board yet. So just click those buttons
Jump
for us.
on board.
Hop on board, man.
We're coming up.
We promise we'll make it worth it for you guys with this stuff. So as for me, as for Cade, episode 55 of the Dream Juice podcast is a wrap, and we'll see you guys next time.